Hey, my wonderful Aquarian placements. This is your extended monthly Tarotscope for the month of September. And this is specific to divine masculine energy, okay? Please understand we all hold both masculine and feminine energy regardless of our skin suits, everybody, okay? You can be more imbalanced in one or the other. And it doesn't matter how you present to the outside world. So if you have questions about that or unsure of which one you are, feel free to go to my website, gingermama.com. I have under my blogs, if you scroll down a little bit, there's a blog on wounded and healed feminine and masculine energy. You can kind of see where you're at. We fluctuate between the two, so it gets a little confusing. But maybe watch both your feminine and masculine Aquarius placements. Your sun, moon, and rising or Venus are also helpful. Clearly, this is likely your sun sign. But we're going to get into the cards. Wait a second. Before I dive in, I'm ahead of myself. Many of you, as I was channeling for you, I was like, okay, what's coming in? And what was coming in was someone laying in bed and just putting an eye mask on. They were like, no, I'm not going to deal with that. No. But like their house might have been messy, there might be dishes in the sink, or like metaphorically in your energetic field, you know there are things you're supposed to be dealing with, but you're like, I'm just gonna put the eye mask on. It's not there. But then every time you wake up, you're like, damn it, it's still there. Shit, I need to do something about this. And so, yeah, guys, especially Aquarian placements, shit this month is gonna be pushing you. It's gonna be pushing you, okay? Because I know you're feeling drained. And so you're sitting there like, no, I do not want to address this cloud. I don't want to address that cup. No, nope, I already said no to that cup. Whatever it is, career, relationship, whatever, you're just like, nope. I'm just going to sit here, focus on my coin. Maybe you're really working a lot to try to push this away. But there is something here that like you're not seeing clearly, or you know is there, but you're purposely putting the blindfold on. Like, I don't want to address that. That's the elephant in the room I don't want to see. So let's see what's coming in. Okay, let's dive into the astrology first and foremost. Masculine energy. All right, we have, well, my cat. Hi, this is Shira, my cat. Maybe animals are significant for you. She also came in heavy with my Capricorn reading, so maybe this part of the zodiac wheel. Animals are extra significant for you right now. Maybe you're taking comfort in them. Tap into that, especially as Aquarian placements. A lot of you have very intuitive abilities to tap in with animals, and so tap into that. I know it sounds a little wild or crazy, but many of you, you'd be surprised what gifts you're able to access through your ability to tap in with animals. But as we start out September, on the 5th, we have Venus in Virgo. Venus is the planet of love. A lot of people, love, romance, relationships, self-love, love onto others. And it's in Virgo. We're in Virgo season. And Virgo is all about being very practical and grounded, that earth sign energy. Like, okay, what is needed in a relationship? What is really important, right? But it's also a very intuitive sign. A lot of people fail to see that in Virgo energy, but it's highly intuitive. So you might take some time on the 5th to like sit back and be like, okay, what has love looked like in the past? And what do I want it to look like going forward? What do I really want to call in? And what intuitively am I being guided towards or away from? Okay. That next day on the 6th, the moon enters Aquarius, which is your sign, right? And normally the moon, obviously it switches signs all the time. It's not that significant. However, I find this transit to be significant because it stays there until the 8th, and then Aquarius is conjunct Saturn, okay? And so what's happening is that Aquarian energy, which clearly you hold, is calling on you to ask, what is the bigger picture? How am I a part of the collective? I think a lot of Aquarian placements, it's that feeling of like, well, I'm not really from this planet. Like, everyone's crazy. I'm just going to sit back and watch the shitstorm. Like, that's why I'm putting the blindfold on, right? And the universe is like, no, you're the main star of the, shitstorm right now. Wake up. It's your turn. And you're like, wait, no, what? Yeah. Whatever you identify with or into, maybe you're into aliens or other planets or whatever it is, astrology, it's like The universe is putting you in this pressure cooker, like, remember who you are. Remember why you felt so out of place your entire life. Because this was the moment you were going to activate. This was the moment you were going to share your gifts. And you're like, no, my gifts are like quirky and weird. And like, there's no way. There's no way. There is a way. It's needed right now. So try to focus on taking that blindfold off and really looking around you and asking yourself, okay, am I avoiding being involved in the collective? Am I avoiding getting messy in some way? Am I just like focused solely on me? How can I take that blindfold off and see clearer about what's going on with me? And understand also those around you are going to be doing the same thing. So your coworkers, your friends, your family, it's like that feeling on the 8th of like, do I really want this? What is really going on? Do I need these connections? 10 of Swords. Some of you are in connections, whether it's lovers, friends, family, coworkers, where like, it doesn't matter how much you care about them. It's not working. Energetically, it's draining you and you know it. But you're like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to admit that. I don't want to go there. Well, you can avoid it all you want, but you're going to feel weaker and weaker this month if you continue to avoid. If you can pull away, you have victory. If you can really be like, that's not for me. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to pull away. I'm going to work on my internal work. You're going to have victory. But if not, look at this Tower. I cannot make this up. If I know it's painful, look at this. First 3 cards out for masculine Aquarian energy. I know it is so painful to go through a process and be like, how do I have victory by leaving the people I love or pulling away from them? And the way you have victory is because you're going to focus on yourself, finding yourself, being free within yourself. And you have to trust that if you've gotten this far on your journey, other people will get just as far. They don't need your help. They don't need their hands held. They don't need you to talk to them about aliens or astrology or tarot. They need you just to let them be, and you need to go follow your path forward, your way home to yourself, your authentic personality, your authentic state, okay? On the 9th, we have Mercury retrograde beginning. Dun, dun, dun. I know a lot of people get freaked out by Mercury retrograde. Do not be afraid of this. Every single time I do this in a reading, I say, don't be afraid of this. My crown tingles, my crown chakra. And many of you, maybe you're having activations throughout that, or you will soon, as you're pulling away from these other energies and walking through those Tower moments without fear. You're saying, okay, there's a reason for this. I'm going to embrace this. I'm being activated this month. Like, I mean, that's like the superhero energy of like, embrace the Tower moments. Bring it on, God. Bring it on, Source. I'm ready. Right? But don't be afraid of that. If exes or other people are coming to your field, or you feel called to reach out to others, don't be afraid of that exchange. Just think it through before you do it. Okay? Don't rush in like, well, I'm feeling weak and wounded and I'm freaking out. And oh my God, I'm seeing something clearly all of a sudden, so I'm going to blah, 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 blah. No. Pull back, think it through, then communicate. Okay? Mercury retrograde does not mean you cannot communicate. It's just a call for us to communicate in a very healthy, clear way. Okay? So keep that in mind if people are communicating with you, or you want to communicate with others, whatever that is, work, relationships, whatever it might be. Also, travel right now. Be mindful of that, especially with these Tower and the 10 of Swords. If you are traveling with the wrong energy right now, you're going to feel imbalanced, okay? But if you're really focused on justice here, balance, Libra energy, again, another air sign placement, asking yourself, where am I balanced really well and where am I not? And how do I provide equal give and take in my relationships with anyone in my life, right? Like, is it fair? Is it balanced? Are you taking enough action? If you're feeling that call to like climb in bed and put the face mask on and hide out, then it's because you're not taking enough action in your life. You're not speaking your truth. You're not moving forward and being authentic with yourself. So, especially as the end of September, we're approaching that Libra energy, Libra season, we're all being called to focus on, are we balanced internally? Are yin, are yang? Are we balanced with others around us? And how can we do a better job of that? Okay. So yeah, the 9th, that starts the retrograde period. Technology, by the way, be mindful of that. Make sure you're dotting your Q's, dotting your I's, crossing your T's. It's been a long day, guys. But again, maybe that's part of it. You're feeling kind of drained and tired. You're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Well, the universe is calling you. They're waking you up for a reason. The full moon is on the 10th. It's in Pisces. And again, that buildup, if you're not releasing, you're going to be in those tower moments. You are going to feel so drained. If you're not releasing fear, insecurity, worry, if you're not saying, I'm not afraid to speak my truth, I'm not afraid to be me, then you're going to feel more and more put in this pressure cooker. And it's going to get harder and harder on you. The universe doesn't care. I know this is hard for people to understand. People say we have free will, and we do to a degree. Of course, you can push this away as long as you want, but you'll be so uncomfortable in your free will, you will backslide in your life. Your career, your relationships, whatever it is, addictions, they're all going to slide downward. Your soul agreed to be here for a reason. You are that powerful, and you need to remember who you are to rise up to the level of that. And many people, when they remember who they are like, but I don't want that. It's like, okay, well then you're going to backslide, because there's no real truth as free will. Free will is your ability to say, well, I don't want to be that, and tumble downward. But if you want to go forward, if you want to be happy and free and serve the collective, you're going to have to rise up in that, okay? So release any fear, insecurity, worry around the 10th full moon in Pisces. The Four of Swords reversed is telling me many of you may be still clearing out past sexual energy, sexual partners. You guys, we carry fragments from everyone we have sex with. Be sure that you are mindful of anyone you're sleeping with right now. You might have a connection in the past that you think is totally done. The Four of Swords reversed can also indicate that. Again, you don't know if it's totally done if you've not communicated and tried to close out that cycle appropriately. So make sure you're asking. As I say this, I cannot make this up. The Eight of Wands. This is all about communication. Have you communicated the truth of how you feel? Have you communicated the truth of what you want in a connection before writing it off? Or are you just like, I don't want to do that work. Nope, I'm going to put the mask on. Forget it. Well, you're going to get more and more uncomfortable. You have to put in the hard work this month, everybody. I know you don't want to hear that, but that is the truth. And if you can do that, you're going to be feeling better by the end of the month, okay? We're in Mercury retrograde for the remainder of the month. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's going to cause you to think about the past. You're going to be thinking about those spilled cups. You're going to be thinking, what if, why didn't I, what if? Stop doing that, and instead look behind you to the two cups and say, okay, what if I make a point to communicate? What if I make it a point to step forward and speak my truth? What would happen then? Because again, many of you are in fear. You're in your own swords here. Maybe you're still struggling with getting out of past pain, past trauma, past shadow work. You're still like, I cannot release it. Part of the reason you can't release it is because you're not making the choice to release it. You're not making the choice to say, okay, that was a lesson my soul had to learn. I'm embodying that. I learn it. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to trust that the universe is not guiding me back to another situation that is toxic or abusive in any way, or manipulative. So I feel like your own self-limiting beliefs are what are stopping you from moving forward. So be mindful of that. The retrograde switches from Libra energy to Virgo energy towards the end of the month. So if you have people in your life with Libra placements, or you might be more inclined to reach out earlier in the month. If it's more Virgo energy, Earth sign energy, it might be later in the month. But yeah, rain judgment on yourself. Stop looking to rain judgment on anyone else, and just ask yourself, what could I do? What could I do? Nobody else. What could I do to get into calmer waters with the universe, with myself, with my karma? What could I do right now? And the 25th, we enter that new moon. We're hitting Libra season around that time. And the 29th, we have Venus in Libra, which again, the planet of love. It's going to be so peace and zen if you are someone that's balanced in how you're treating romantic partners, close interpersonal relationships. But if you're someone that has not been balanced in the past, this is going to be a massive swing, a massive upheaval. Again, that tower moment energy. And so if you can, look at this. I love this. So many of you, if you are doubting, you have divine counterparts, you're doubting them. You're doubting them. I swear to God, guys, look, 10 of Wands reversed. They are who they say they are. They're not carrying this burden of you. They're not carrying other people, other partners. They are who they say they are. They got their money. They got their coin. They're sitting there as the Empress. Why are you, divine masculine, still doubting this? What is that about? What is that about? Ask yourself what's up with that, because the Emperor here reversed. What is it you're still trying to control? Is there something in your ego you're trying to be right about? Or is this just something like this fear in you? And if there's that fear there, the Emperor reverse too, allow that anger to flow out, especially with that full moon energy. Be like, I am not going to hold fear. I am not going to allow fear to hold me back, okay? Do not allow fear to hold you back. All right, let's grab a couple moon oracle cards. You guys got this. I mean, honestly, this reading feels good. It just feels like you're not tapping into some part of yourself to be really authentic, right? I don't know. There's just some block there. You and your loved ones are safe. Work through your fears, and it's time to take action. Again, and that's the new moon in Aries. Like I said, this Emperor energy is always Aries energy. Aries energy is all about like, I need to be in like the physical, like, you know, Aquarian Pisces energy can almost be opposite. It's like head in the clouds versus like grounded on earth. And like, how do we get to this balance, right? This duality. Same with masculine and feminine energy. So all of you have it, I promise. Feel free to check out my website, gingermama.com, for free blogs, or you can go to my TikTok account. I have lots of free content there every single day on the journey. And if you'd like to book a personal with me, again, my website, you can do that there. And make sure you're snuggling your animals, okay? I feel like animals are very significant for you this month. All right.